The culmination of years of scientific advancements and technological breakthroughs has allowed us to achieve unimaginable things, starting from accessing the most secluded corners of the Earth and to quite literally reaching the moon as well. Even then, there are some places existing on Earth that will never be able to make it to the tourism pamphlets, and for good reason. Let us quench our curiosities and take a look at 15 such places that are forbidden to visit. Number 1. Area 51. For number 1, we have the most infamous Area 51, or should I say the area aboded to wild speculations and wrapped up in various conspiracy theories. Area 51, also known as the Groom Lake, is a US Air Force military installation located in southern Nevada. Controversially, it's one of the most secretive places on Earth, and is not accessible to the public. It is always under 24-hour surveillance, and the airspace above it is also a no-fly zone for commercial aircraft. Adding to the secrecy, the US government barely acknowledges its existence, and the satellite imagery of this base was censored until 2018. As of now, it holds the reputation of being used as a facility for flight testing and a ground for testing weapons. Shrouded with extreme secrecy, however, many believe the top-secret weapons and aircraft technology are manufactured and tested here by the Central Intelligence Agency. Another public favorite conspiracy theory includes people being convinced that this site is used for extraterrestrial research. Many have reported spotting strange UFO sightings here, for which this theory gets its fame. Aliens or not, this site is surely used as a playground for conspiracy theorists. Number 2. La Creuse Caves, France. A treasure trove for history enthusiasts, this cave provides a great deal of insight into the history of the human race. The La Creuse Caves, located in southwestern France, contains prehistoric paintings that date back 17,300 years ago. The walls of this cave are adorned with a poignant series of paleolithic images consisting of humans and animals, such as cat, cattle, bison, and many more. The most iconic of them of all is the Great Hall of the Bulls, which bears the 4 bull murals, one of them being 17 feet long. After World War II, visitors were not allowed in it due to the presence as well as the intrusion of light in an odd mold breakout. Unfortunately, since then the cave has been closed off to the public to protect the health of the people, as well as to preserve the delicate paintings. Fortunately, a museum has been opened next to it, which contains exhibits of the recreated artworks for the public to enjoy. Number 3. Snake Island, Brazil. Located 93 miles off the coast of Sao Paulo, providing justice to its title, this island is home to some of the deadliest snakes in the world. The Brazilian government has banned anyone from visiting this island, as it is estimated by researchers that this island contains about 4,000 snakes, which is the equivalent of around 5 snakes per 10 square feet. The most lethal one amongst them is the golden laced-head viper, that can reach almost half a meter up in length, and not to mention a powerful venom can dissolve human flesh. Number 4. North Sentinel Island. Located in the Ahmedabad chain in the Bay of Bengal, this island is inhabited by the Sentinelese, who refuse to form a connection with the outside world, rejecting any kind of approach made by the Indian government. They have lived on this island for more than 60,000 years, virtually isolated from the outside world, with their own choice and almost nothing known about them. If you happen to trespass their area, then you will be welcomed in with violence and even death. To protect their isolation, this untouched group of indigenous people is willing to get violent, and in 2006, 2 fishermen were killed for accidentally landing in their area. For safety reasons and to respect their privacy, the Indian government has now imposed a ban on traveling within a 3-mile radius of this island. Number 5. Room 39, North Korea. Room 39, located inside the Workers' Party building in Pyongyang, is definitely off limits and seemingly as mysterious as the state itself. According to a retired US Army Special Forces colonel and North Korea expert, this room is heavily involved with the corruption that takes place throughout the country. Allegedly, the North Korean leader gets all his funds to maintain his lavish lifestyle through the operations that are conducted in this room. It is said that the illegal activities can range from drug trafficking, gold smuggling, and even counterfeiting money. It is also speculated that this room could be the hand behind the sophisticated counterfeit of the $100 bills. Number 6. Sternsey Island, Iceland. The newest island born on this planet as a result of a 4-year-long lasting volcanic eruption is completely out of bounds for the public. It is located on the southern coast of Iceland and isn't forbidden to visit due to safety reasons that preserve the untouched land masses and to prevent any disruption of the ecological succession taking place. Currently, access is only strictly limited to scientists and geologists for research purposes. Number 7. Poligary. The small island located between Venice and Lido in northern Italy is completely deserted and believed to be one of the most haunted places in Italy. During the 1700s, it became a quarantine station for patients of the bubonic plague and was also used as a burial ground for the victims. On top of that, it became an asylum for the mentally ill, where it was rumored for a barbaric doctor to perform experiments on his patients before he committed suicide himself. Rumored to be inhabited by the plague victims and tortured patients, the island is banned from visiting tourists or the locals. Number 8. The Bohemian Grove, San Francisco. This unsettling and bizarre 2,700-acre forbidden compound is located, cue the question marks, somewhere in California. It is owned by an art club in San Francisco known as the Bohemian Club, and just like something straight out of a cult-like movie, the attendees are all the richest and most powerful men in America, rumored to be practicing rituals reflecting the occult. To enter the club, one must carry an Ivy League degree and be on the waiting list for 15 years, as well as paying $25,000. The membership is highly exclusive and women are not allowed. Number 9. The Vatican's Apostolic Archive. This is not just an old library, but the most secretive library in the world that can only be accessed by highly accredited scholars after a strict review. It is alleged that starting from the evidence of demons and aliens, and even controversial information regarding the church's contributions to fascism are some of the prohibited data amongst many more of the rests between the pages of the documents and books resting on these 50 miles of shelves in this library. Number 10. The Coca-Cola Vault. The recipe for the most popular drinks in the world is strictly guarded behind the walls of a high-tech vault. Many tourists visit the Atlanta Museum every year, but only a select few exclusives are allowed access to the vault. Before the museum and vault were built, the formula was veiled under secrecy, allegedly kept locked in a bank vault to preserve its timeless appeal. Number 11. The Tomb of Queen Shanghang, China. Unified China's first emperor's mausoleum is buried deep under a 250-feet pyramid and still remains a mystery to archaeologists and the public, despite being a marvelous discovery. 2,000 life-size terracotta statues of ancient Chinese warriors are guarding the grave, and it's said that there are an additional 6,000 remain undisturbed within the tomb. The tomb will remain untouched and intact, as there are rumored to be ancient booby traps protecting the tomb from intruders, as well as due to the high concentration of mercury inside the tomb, which is detrimental to human health. The contents inside the tomb are said to be composed of various things the emperor would need in his afterlife, along with a plethora of other treasures that will continue to remain a mystery. Number 12. Heard Island, Australia. The country's one of the most best-kept secrets. The Heard Island lies between Antarctica and Madagascar. It's one of the most remote islands in the world, consisting of 2 active volcanoes and completely covered in ice. Due to the volcanic eruptions, it's also comprised debris and limestone that the nearby areas can only be visited for riveting scientific experiments. Other than that, it is off-limits to the public to preserve the delicate surroundings, as well as for safety purposes. Number 13. Isle Grand Shrine, Japan. Japan is a worldwide popular for its spectacular shrines, and the Isle of Grand Shrine, located in Isle Mi, prefecture of Japan, is the most sacred one amongst them. It is a Shinto shrine and it is dedicated to Amaterasu, the sun goddess, and the Japanese consider this as the soul of Japan. It's the most expensive temple in Japan due to its intricate architectural detail. In order to uphold Shinto traditions of death and regeneration of nature, this shrine is rebuilt every 20 years at a price stamp of about $1 million. It contains the sacred mirror, making it Shinto's holiest site, and unless you are a member of the Japanese royal family, you are not allowed a foot beyond the site of the thatched roofs. Number 14. The Doomsday Vault, Norway. The Saddlebad Global Seed Vault, more commonly known as the Doomsday Vault, is situated in the heart of the Arctic Sylvan archipelago, which in of itself is nearly impossible to access, as it is around 810 miles from the North Pole. However, Even if you do end up reaching there, the Doomsday Vault is completely off limits, even for scientists and researchers. It is situated deep inside the mountain and is also earthquake-proof. Inside the vault contains around 865 million different variants of prized plant seeds from around the world. It is used as a long-term storage to shelter it against any world crisis, by providing the opportunity to restore in any such crisis were it to take place. Number 15. The Pine Gap, Australia. Similar to Area 51, this Australian-American military base is located in the Central Australian Desert, southwest of Alice Springs, and is clouded with various rumours. The large antennas pointed out tells us that it used to be a satellite tracking site. However, all other intelligence activities that take place there are hidden purposefully and are closely guarded. Except for officials, no one is allowed here, which is made obvious by all the warning signs plus the fact it's a no-fly zone. As incredible as all these places sound, the fact that this is off limits makes it even more appealing. Unfortunately, though, these were some of the places that you'll never be able to reach on our bucket list. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. While you're here, go ahead and click one of the 2 videos on your screen. See you there.